peoples? What's up? This is your girl Shema Ladd on Help Me Out. I know I have not been on in a while. I have not been posted in a minute. In a few weeks, I know. But just know that when you don't see me, your girl is doing some personal development. Your girl is growing, okay? So just give you an update with what's going on with Shema and Help Me Out. As you know, I'm getting ready to head to Africa, so there's a lot of things that need to be done. But I am going to be posting the whole process, okay? A lot of things that need to be done as far as visa, passport. If you're doing multiple countries, I'm doing multiple countries. So there is so much detail that I had to put into that, okay? But I'm also going to be letting you guys know about my process, what companies or organizations I use to go through this whole trip, and I'm going to share with you guys, okay? And as well as those who want to begin to purchase property, do different things. And I'll probably start posting that on a different channel that I have, because it'll be geared more towards maybe being an expat, transitioning from one continent to Africa, another. It'll be more on housing, work, income, real estate, realtors, attorneys, so it'll be really geared towards that kind of content. So I'll probably start doing that on a different channel, but I'm here for life coaching, personal development, premarital life coaching. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out how I want to divide that, and I'll let you guys know, and I'll update you again. Okay, but for those who want to relocate to Africa, those who are thinking, or maybe you just want a vacation home there or whatever, follow your girl, pay attention. Okay, but in the meantime, if you want any coaching with me on whatever issues you feel that I can help you with, if you watched through my videos and my content, then you will know all about me. I'm about helping you decolonize. Right now, I'm on decolonization. Okay, for people of color, I am on decolonization. Okay, but just helping unlock those things in your mind that are keeping you stuck. You're wanting a better life. You don't know why you're stuck in the same cycle. You don't know, you're feeling stressed out. You're feeling all these negative things. How do you move your life forward? How do you forgive yourself? How do you let things go? Okay, so all of those kind of things, or whether it's business, because I'm also going to be doing business in Africa. Okay, so for those of you who want to go into business, and if you have a business already, you want to expand from the U.S. or from wherever into Africa, I'll be able to help you with that process as well. Okay, so, but again, that's going to be on a different channel, and I'll let you guys know, and I'll start posting that in the description and all of that good stuff. So just go on this journey with me, okay? Just go on this journey with me. Okay, so it's going to be an exciting time. So as you see me invest, please know I have a GoFundMe. I'll put it in the description. I have you Cash App, PayPal. Go to my website, futuremepro.com, purchase products, because that's where the resources, everything that's coming to me, whether it's personal or whether it's business, through my business, Help Me Out, or helping communities live, that's where I'm at, is Africa. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a blessing to people. So as you guys help me, you're helping Africa. You're going to help them, because I'm connecting with local business owners. And I'm asking them, what do you need? What do you need to grow and go higher? So, you'll get to see those things. And if you see something and you want to, hey, Shema, I want to bless that business, or I want to, whatever, you will see me. I will shoot a video, and whatever you send will go directly to that business or that person. Okay, so just know that. And also housing. There are people, of course, you know how the housing situation is in Africa. There's the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. Now, we're not talking about the lavish things you see in Lagos and, you know, all of the nice places like that. Or maybe the places you see in the villages where they're living in mud huts. Or maybe people do have housing rent, but they can't afford it. You know, just to be a blessing to put someone in a better position. Oh, praise the Lord. To give back to your own continent. So you guys will have that opportunity. And I will be helping people. I'll be on the ground. So for those who are abroad, diaspora abroad, and you want to relocate to Africa or whatever have you, I can be your boots on the ground. Okay, so if you need me to go see the site, eyes on, to meet your surveyor, or if you need me to meet with the attorney and, you know, whatever, or if you need me to make sure that certain payments go through, certain works is getting done as you're building your property, of course I'll be charging a fee for all of that, but I will be boots on the ground and I will help you transition so you don't get scammed and you don't get messed over and all that other good stuff. Okay. So keep your eyes open for that information, you guys. That's going to be exciting. And so that's what a lot I've been doing. I've been really trying to, you know, dot all my I's and cross all my T's, between talking to, you know, the leaders in Africa and, you know, trying to tie up things here in the U.S. and kind of so I can do what I'm going to do, right? So, leaders in Africa. So the conference in Burkina Faso should be coming to an end on the 8th. Fortunately, I had to delay my flight because of visa issues. I'll explain all of that later in the process that it took me, from the vaccinations to the paperwork, the visas, everything that I had to do, the cost of everything, how, you know, I'm going to break all of that down. I'll probably start doing that when I actually get into Africa, because I'm going to take some time to relax too. I'm going to take some time to relax because now that the conference is going to be ending, all the leaders, Dr. Akana, Plow Lumumba, everybody, they can all go back to their homes and kind of rest a little bit. I know they're always busy speaking, but then they can get to the other things that we kind of discussed. And so that's exciting as well. So just giving you guys an update on what's going on with your girl and what we doing. Okay, so on the other end, I want to say to that, knowing who you are, what's your destiny, what's your calling. Because you hear me talking like I'm talking, I never imagined I would be speaking the way I'm speaking. Okay? I never imagined I would be speaking like I'm speaking. So now I'm going to switch from what's going on, a kind of more personal thing, and switch into more of a coaching tone right now. Okay? So on the coaching tone, because I want you guys, as you guys watch my content, you're watching my real life. You could call it a reality show, but this is not a reality show. But through my experience, I'm sharing this with you guys, because if you're watching my channel, it's because you want to grow. It's because you want to see God. You want to see what is real. It's because you're intellectual. You like deep thinking. Okay, you like you like spiritual things. You want to know more about yourself. Where are you going? What does God have for you? How do you know? When will I get it? When will I be there? How long do I wait? What else is in me? Is there more? All these questions, you know, that go through your head as you live in this crazy life, right? So now that I'm transitioning, and if you don't really know who I am, you can go through my content. I'm also an author, and I wrote a book that summarizes my life kind of in a nutshell. It's also it has a workbook in it, and you answer those questions, and it'll help you figure things out if you dealt with abuse, neglect, exploitation, childhood trauma, all of those kind of things. You know, my book is called What Future Me Told Past Me. And I'm in the present right now. But what future me told past me. Okay? Let your mind meditate on that for a while. Okay? But I'm about helping people heal and move forward and live an abundant life. I'm about helping people be at peace with themselves and be at peace with the life that they've built or that they're building. And people who wanna thrive and live on this earth, you know, I'll help you with what I've learned and what I have, my education, whatever I have. Okay? So, in a short, condensed kind of way, you guys can watch my growth through the videos up to now. From childhood trauma, confusion, growing up in a rough area, a rough kind of lifestyle in Las Vegas, Nevada, and moving to a whole nother state to seek the Lord in a deeper way, seek his divine nature, who he is outside of religion. And I got trained and mentored and educated. And I carried that on. But I'm not in a church. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. You know, I'm powerful. But now I'm here. And my birthday is coming up, y'all. That's why I'm kind of dressed like this. I took off my jewelry and stuff, but my birthday vibes. I had on tennis shoes today instead of sandals and heels. So, anyhow, yeah, so now that I'm about to turn 50, y'all, can you believe it? 50. I can actually say it now. See, I wasn't able to say that for the last 2 or 3 years or more. I was not able to say that out of my mouth. But I can say it out of my mouth now, y'all. I'm about to be 50. And when I say 50, I don't mean a po-po. I mean, I'm about to be 50. Woo. Okay. But my 50 look good on me, y'all, right, don't it? Hey, did my 50 look good on me? Yay. Okay. So, anyhow, now that I've grown through Christianity, religion, and I'm not just gonna say Christianity. Even like I said, I grew up in the mosque with Muslims in my family as well, and so grew up as a child, grew up as a young adult, learning my own, getting my own relationship with God, maturing, and now I'm here. And now I'm speaking literally to and communicating. I am communicating to and with leaders of Africa. And I never could have dreamed that I would be saying that. I could have never dreamed that I'd be doing that. But at the same time, I could have dreamed that. You know why? Because if you read my book, like I tell you again, look over your childhood. What were the things that sat in your mind and in your heart that you never spoke about, but you used to dream? You thought it was a dream. It's things you wanted as a child from the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because a lot of those things that I saw, I thought it was just me just thinking or something. I don't know. But those things came to pass. And they're still coming to pass. And I remember sitting in front of the TV looking at the news And I knew my family. And, you know, especially if you're African American, you know, you can't be too intelligent in the family. Okay. You know, you want to watch the news and learn how to speak intelligently and learn like you speak like you got some knowledge and some, you know, and the rest of the family, they watching the Simpsons or something, the Boondocks or something. I don't know. You know, and so, you know, when you're the child and you follow that path, why did you always want to watch the news and speak intelligently and with knowledge and wisdom? Why did you want people to listen to you and believe you and what you're saying? You know, those type of little things when you was little, take another look at those things. I'm telling you. Take another look at those things, because God didn't forget those things, and those were things that he was putting in your mind. How do you even know to desire those types of things? How do you even know to draw towards those type of things? And I don't have a degree as a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a licensed counselor, but that's my thing naturally. Like literally naturally. I don't need your degree. You might want to come sit and talk with me. Do you get what I'm saying? What things are you naturally that no one ever nurtured, no one really wanted to acknowledge? They gaslit you. They act like you was crazy, don't know what you're talking about, or you can't do it. Only people in that's for only other people. What are those things? Pay attention to those things. Because now I'm going to tell you, when God has a plan and a purpose for you, not even you can stop it. Even all the stress we go through, whether I can't pay my mortgage, I can't pay my taxes, my rent, I need groceries, I can't get my medicine, oh, my car broke, I broke down, I can't get my car fixed, and now I'm fixing to lose my job. All these things. And God's plan still comes. It still comes. It just doesn't come feeling or looking the way you think it should feel or look, with the glamour and the bling and the, you know, big, huge celebration. Not all the time. More frequently not so. Okay? But it'll come. Okay? And sooner or later the door will open and the floodgates will be opened unto you. Right? So I'm telling you this to say, like, y'all want to know what it feels like to be turning 50? I'm going to tell y'all. You want to know what it feels like to be turning 50? You know, I feel good. I just want to share this with y'all. I feel good. You know, I'm still fine. You know, fine as wine. And I'll be getting even finer and better over time. Okay? I'm just fooling with y'all. But I feel like I'm in a space where, you know, and some of you may feel this way too. If you're one of the ones or who's isolated, feels isolated, alone. If you're one of the ones that you feel like is the chosen one, you see all over YouTube anyway, but the chosen one, because you think different. You move differently, right? And everyone can't understand you and everyone doesn't agree with you. That's just like reading your Bible and reading the word. And the Lord says that, you know, there'll be those who deny the truth. They don't receive truth. The darkness doesn't see light. They won't want to receive truth. Even if they know it's true, they don't want it. They'll choose, and they'll literally out of their mouth tell you, I don't want that. I don't want the truth. I want that. I've had people do that. And so that's okay. But then there's those of us that like to go against the grain. And we're like, no, I want it done right. I want it this way, and I want it done the way I want it done right. Right? And so, if you're one of the ones that feel like you're the chosen one, and I know I'm the chosen one because of the things that God has positioned me in, and that's how you know if your relationship with God is authentic. Did you position yourself in a room or in a place? Or did God open the doors and position you? Because as I deal with these leaders of Africa, it's really them. If they don't have to respond to me, they don't have to respect me, they don't have to do any of that. But I know they're spiritual people. And if they acknowledge me and they communicating with me and they want to discuss proposals and different things with me, then guess what? For me, that's the Lord. The Lord and the work that He's put into me. All the years from childhood through puberty and young adulthood and everything. Through the hood, through the church, through the marriage, the divorce, through the lost finances, businesses, through everything. Because when you get to the point, and I want to share this too, because everything we going through right now in America and around the world, really, France and UK, they over there set tripping. They might start quip walking in a minute. They might start crip walking in a minute. Lord Jesus, y'all, I'm just cutting up. But, yeah, so they upset, going through whatever they going through, but we have to understand, our own position. Understand your own position. And who you are and what you're supposed to be seeking, supposed to be doing. I guess staying focused, being vigilant, as they say. Vigilant. We going through so much, you guys. It's just important to... You got to know who you are. You got to be grounded in yourself. And that's the only way and you can't go with the flow of everybody else. Every time, most people will choose easy. They'll choose the devil. They'll choose to bend over the table like this or get on their knees because they want the bling. They want the this. They want the that. Matter of fact, let me... show y'all my necklace. So y'all know I'm a Vegas girl, so this is my necklace I'm gonna be rocking for my birthday. Yay. So anyhow, they want the bling. They'll bend over for it. They'll sell out their own family member for it. They'll sacrifice for it. And there has to be some people who are going to stand up. There's some of us who stand up and say, I ain't no punk. I don't beg. I don't bow. I'm not a peasant. I'm royalty. And I'm going to stand as such. There's some of us that are like that, right? Okay, so when you're that person and you're locked out and you're kind of on the isolated side and you're kind of on the, you're on your own type thing. And that's where I am. I'm on my own type thing. But that's when you're pushed into your true tribe. Because I studied mostly under theologians and philosophers. And, Mpanga, Lumumba, even though Lumumba says he's not a theologist, but he likes, he is into spirituality and religion. So listening to them, I still consider them philosophers and theologists. Mpanga especially. So that's a part of who I naturally am. I've watched human behavior since I was a child. My favorite class in school was psychology. The subjects in college that I excel in, the subjects I excel in college, they were psychology, anatomy, physiology, microbiology, sciences, health sciences, mental health sciences. I excel in those courses because I've been watching and attentive to it since I was a child. So I don't need a doctorate degree or none of that. Really, I don't. It's crazy. So what's in you? And don't think that I don't have a degree so I can't be this. What is in you naturally that a college did not have to teach you? That you are fluid at it. You fluid at it. Because I'm fluid at what I do. I'm fluid at understanding a person's thought process. I'm fluid at directing people on the steps they need to take and do to get to where they're trying to be, what they need to unlock and take away to get to where they want. I'm fluid at recognizing, people's intentions before they even do it or say it. Okay, so I'm fluid at looking at people's behaviors, It was in me. What is just in you? What is just in you that you do? You just can't help. I feel like AI sometimes. I do a whole body scan on a person. I kid you not. So what is your thing? That's your thing. You take that thing and you package it and you offer it. Offer people to purchase it. Okay, offer for people like I'm offering it to you guys. Personal development, premarital life coaching. If you want mentorship, coaching on Bible, theology, things like that, and now I'm transitioning kind of more into, that's why I'm wanting to study and really paying attention to Lumumba and Mapanga, because they are bridging the gap between Christianity and African spirituality, which African spirituality existed before Christianity existed. Okay, the Bible existed. Okay, so you have to understand the core foundation. And I'm seeking and learning the core foundation before colonization to have a better understanding and be able to bridge that gap and give God his platform for who he truly is without religion. Okay, and if you guys don't notice and haven't noticed, God is definitely doing something between Christians and Muslims. He's wanting to unite them. He's wanting to heal them and the misconceptions that was displayed that caused a split between them. And so be in prayer for that, you guys. Be in prayer for that. For that is God's will. The God, the creator of all, that is God's will. Okay. Love on Africa, y'all. Love on Africa. Pray for Africa. Pray for Ibrahim Traoré. Pray for Julius Malema. Pray for Patrick Lumumba. Pray for Dr. Erikana Chimbore. Pray for the president, the woman of Namibia. Pray for the president of Botswana. Pray for president of Mali. Pray for the Sahel of Africa. Pray for West Africa. Pray over South Africa, because the white people ain't gonna want to let South Africa go, but they don't have no choice. And I'm hoping they'll bow out gracefully without causing a mess. But they can't they won't have South Africa no more. That's a wrap. So you guys pray for our African leaders, because there's people. It's easy to live your life every day. We can live our life every day, just ignoring the fact that the country we're living in is in our home where they stole our ancestors from, still trying to kill our leaders so that we never rise. They never want us to rise. But we're so comfortable here, we're not saying anything. We don't need anybody trying to kill our leaders that's trying to help our continent. And nobody's really speaking up about it. So pray, pray, pray and bring awareness. Because at the end of the day, God is going to do his thing. It's going to be in Africa. That's where everything began. That's where humanity began. It's going to be in Africa. Pray for the womb of the world. Okay, so pray for that, you guys. Pray for those, and I send my regards out and my respects to those who are out of work. My sister and my daughter, they're federal employees. They work for the IRS. They've been furloughed. They don't have any work. And then I'm watching the people on Amazon. So I just pray for you guys as well. And I pray get close to the Lord. Get really, really close to the Lord, because you don't know what's going to happen. Make sure you have a community around you, whether it's a church, a membership with some type of organization, because if it comes down to it, you need food, you need some soap, you got to barter, or you need somebody, some kind of support. Be connected. Be connected to somebody. Be connected to somebody, okay? And I do want to say that. And you guys keep me in your prayers. As I prepare, pray for me that, the leaders, me and the leaders of Africa, that God will be in the midst, and that he will bring everything together to come against the corruption across the entire continent of Africa, to start vetting the presidents and the leaders and the people that we put in position over Africa. Pray that God be in the midst, and that his will be done, and that his power and his strength slay our enemies. Slay our enemies and block and break every weapon they trying to form against our continent and our home, in Yeshua's name. So keep those things in prayer. That's real time, y'all. That's real time. It's going down right now. Pray, cover Abraham Traore. Cover that man. Cover that man. Cover that man. Cover that man. Okay? And again, you can go to addi.org. Please, you can donate there. addi.org. Donate there. Those funds are always going to go to help somebody. Okay? That's Dr. Ericana Chimbore Kwai, her organization. And I love that woman. I support her with everything I got. I love that woman. So you guys, she's a real one for Africa. I would call her Mother Africa. I truly would call her Mother Africa. Okay, the Queen of Africa. Okay, so be a blessing if you really want. addi.org. Or like I said, you can send through some of the outlets I have in the description. So I hope you guys have a great week and weekend. My birthday is Sunday, and so I'm going to have a nice time with my children. And so I'll be posting some photos and pictures, but pray over my trip over Africa, my flight to and from, the property deals. Just pray over me, y'all. Everything. I kind of filled y'all in on everything I got going on. So just pray for me. And I'm going to be doing some music out there and some other things while I'm there. So, hey, I love y'all, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Deuces.